Radish, fluffy loud, dreaming fun to hype the crowd. Here tonight, unleash the sound. Fluffy Radish breaking ground. Let's go, let's go. It's time for Fluffy Radish. Let's go, let's go. It's time for Fluffy Radish. Fluffy Radish.
All right, welcome again. Thank you so much for showing up to the Fluffy Radish live stream. We are here this week on a beautiful, icy December evening, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Just want to welcome you to the stream. Thank you so much for showing up. This week, we've got all sorts of good stuff, so I'm very excited to share with you what we're going to be doing this week. First and foremost, let's do some shout-outs. So Fluffy Radish is a proud member of the FDM gang. FDM stands for Fortnite for Dads and Moms. It's a live stream group of like-minded individuals. All of us are parents. All of us love gaming and stuff. So Fluffy Radish wants to just, again, give a shout-out to our friends over at the FDM Network. The leader of the pack over there, Snappernickel, was interviewed a few weeks back. Absolutely fantastic interview, so be sure to check that out. It is out on Twitch. So giving a shout-out to Snappernickel. He streams every Monday and Friday from 8 p.m. till roughly around midnight. What he does is it's Fortnite Customs, and he commentates over it. He has kind of like a real out there Howard Cosell kind of voice that he brings to his commentary. It's absolutely fantastic stuff. So if you like playing Fortnite, hanging out with some cool people, I recommend the FDM Network. I also want to give a shout out to this week's Pennsylvania Proud.
Pennsylvania Proud.
All right, so this week's product, once again, we're bringing in some Appalachian Brewing Company soda. Appalachian Brewing Company, if you did not know, is made and manufactured here in South Central Pennsylvania in the Harrisburg area. This week, I will be popping open an Appalachian ginger beer. So let's take a look at that. The cool thing about ABC, or Appalachian Brewing Company stuff, is they make it with fresh ingredients. So no one likes to drink corn. I'm a big fan of drinking pure cane sugar, and they actually infuse their drinks with honey. So really good stuff. I'm going to always sniff. It smells very strongly of ginger, and it's ginger beer, so shouldn't be a surprise. Oh my God, that is absolutely fantastic. And it has a bite, like a big bite on the back end right there. Like, I can't even describe it with words. Like, it's like a ginger burn that goes down your throat. Very pleasant. So if you see ABC's stuff, they're most famous for their root beer. But this week we're trying out their ginger beer. Absolutely fantastic stuff. So again, shout out to ABC, the local Pennsylvania Proud treat of the week. Speaking of which, this week we will be hosting James Allan Stellar, host of Indie Boom Shockwave. So let's kind of jump right into that. Here we go. All right, so welcome. Like to just give a brief bio for you. James Allan Stellar is the host of the popular indie music show, Indie Boom Shockwave, known for chaotic fun discussions, indie artist spotlights on Bandcamp, and engaging with indie music fans on platforms like Twitch. Indie Shockwave has a bunch of co-hosts. You'll see his peanut gallery consisting of people like Stella, Beans, Doc Griffin, and my dear friend Big Bald Ben, who I see you in the chat, Big Bald Ben, saying, look at that mug. Ooh-hoo. And he's taunting about the Chiefs, so I will apologize in advance for Big Bald Ben. But anyway, yeah, so this week, James Allan Stellar offering a break from mainstream music with hand-picked tracks and themed shows. James is also an indie recording artist as part of the band Klizmic. So please join me in welcoming to the show, James. Do you prefer James? Is that good?
Yeah, James is great. What should I call you? Fluffy or Radish or
Fluffy Radish or His Royal Majesty Sir Radish. But you can truncate that down to Radish or Fluffy, whatever. I don't care.
Okay.
Whatever works.
Radish. Well,
Radish. Fluff.
His Royal Majesty, see, this is common. I stumble over words. His Royal Majesty, the Radish.
The
oh
Radish.
my God, forget it.
Sir.
Hey, how you doing? Good to meet you.
Fluff. Whatever works. Yeah, I'm not finicky at all. So let's just give a shout out.
Ben, that dude's a badass. I love him.
Big Bald Ben. Oh my garlic, he can see us. So let me just give a quick shout out. Thanks. And forgive my keyboard is loud.
That's fine. I'm on a mechanical keyboard. Very noisy.
Yeah, I've got it's a Razer and it clickety clack. It's very very gratifying to hear the clicks. All right.
Insomniac. Sorry, I'm a lover of chat. I mean, I know you haven't asked any questions yet, but the answer is yes. I love talking to chat.
That's awesome.
Back
yeah,
in.
good to just to keep the people feeling like a part of the conversation. And of course, Big Bald Ben was in my band back in college. I had a very, very successful band. Yeah. And we were looking for a singer, and we found this guy. His name was Ben. So, we let him join my band. He did pretty well. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Ben and I go way back.
I'm a big fan of his for real. And, and it's like, that's awesome. Is there something we can hear from that?
Maybe another day. Yeah, we've got old.
We can talk
stuff
offline though, because I would love to hear that.
Yeah, we. You're flipping, and that's fantastic. Yeah, we. What was our band name? Cesspool. So we were just a small.
Right,
we had like a demo, and.
Hold on, I'm gonna write this down. We're gonna talk to Radish. Talk to Radish about Cesspool. Okay. Okay, perfect.
Big Bald Ben is saying, yeah.
Oh my God! We might have to have you on Indie Boom Shockwave. You just have you've just revealed information that shows that you would be a great guest, and we could talk about your past.
There you go.
With Big Bald Ben.
You know what? I'll scratch your back.
Sorry,
you scratch my back.
He's
I'm
lore.
glad to help.
He's lore.
Big Bald Ben is a legend. Yeah, so that's actually how I kind of got in touch with you. Is he had mentioned, oh, dude, you got to check this thing out, this Indie Boom Shockwave, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. I'll check it out, and I think that's really how we first met, right? I just
he suggests it to other people because all he does is come to the show and tell me how bad I'm doing.
Well, yeah,
crazy.
What can you do?
I don't understand. Hot and cold. I don't know how to. Okay. Anyway. I'll unpack this later.
Yeah, there's we do have like a discounted rate for therapy too. Like I know some therapists, if we're unpacking like some deep trauma here with Big Bald Ben, reasonable rates. I know a few therapists that'll help us out.
Amazing.
Zoop. Looks like someone just followed me. Thank you, Rapscallion. Appreciate the follow.
How you doing, buddy?
Welcome to the fun.
Rapscallion. Yeah.
Yeah, so Rapscallion's in. I see a couple people in the chat. We got Happy Jack Radio Hour. James is... Ooh, people are giving you some smack already in the chat.
So Happy Jack Radio Hour is Beans, my main co-host, the main other host. I don't even call Beans co-host anymore. The main other host of Indie Boom Shockwave. So yeah,
Fantastic.
they're gonna of course give me trouble because that's all we do is give each other trouble.
That's great. That's part of a good working relationship, right?
Oh yeah.
So let's kind of start off talking about your band Clismic.
Okay.
So I did some research, and this is what I found. Like, Clismic is a rising independent rock project that's been building momentum over the last few years. What can you tell me about Clismic? Like, what's your origin story for the band?
So it started out as a punk rock project called The Glory Pit of Hell. And we were kind of a weirder punk band, but I don't know, we loved it. It was just a weird thing. We loved making music in this weird way. Like, we were only considered punk because we were doing weird. Like, it wasn't like, I mean, we did have punk attitudes, but our music was, we were just constantly trying to find the weirdest way to do things, and it translates to what we do now. It's just we're a lot better at it after 20 years have passed. It's like, but the band split up for the who knows how manyth time, but it was the last time this time, and myself and the drummer were left, and we started it and we were the only two left at the end, and we were just like, maybe we should just come up with a new name, like we were. That's Glenn Omega. Jason Glenn Jones is the other member of Clismic, and so what we did was he actually is the one that came up with the name, which is odd because of our 20 other projects we did. It was always me naming them. And he was just like, what about just the Indicataclysmic? And it was like, yeah, why not? It's like, it was just there wasn't a lot of thought put into it or anything. We were just like, oh, just start calling ourselves Clismic, and we recorded an album, and then we quit because I started playing roller derby.
Roller derby. Whoa. All right, so pause. How does one go from
are you sure?
Clismic to roller derby?
Bad relationship. So, using music as therapy, but then in a horrible relationship at the same time, and just like ended a long, horrible relationship, and was like, now what do I do with my life? And then I went to a roller derby game, and crazy hot chicks that were like crazy, not like crazy hot, crazy, hot chicks,
space
that were kind of also broken like I was. We're knocking the shit out of each other. We're like, this is the funnest thing I've ever seen, right? And then they come over and they're like, we're starting a men's team. The 5 dudes that are here that seem to be really into it, like you guys should do it. And I weigh like 300 pounds. I'm not athletic at all. I did not know how to roller skate, none of that shit, right? And I'm just like, chicks want me to do this thing,
why not?
And my friends were the same way. We were just like, hey, yeah, let's do it. And we, going into it, thought, our thought process was, hey, these chicks want us to do this thing. But then you start doing it, and it's just like, oh my God, this sport is so much freaking fun. Like, just it's brutal. It's like the running game of football, but both sides of it at the same time. So you're both pulling offense and defense at the defensive line and the offensive line are running at the same time, trying to get their runner through. And it's just, it's chaotic. It's insane. I played, I had to start out at defense because I couldn't roller skate and I was fat as shit. But I was like, I saw these jammers going, there's the people that did twirls and skated really fast and jumped over shit. And I was like, I want to be one of them.
One day.
And everybody kind of laughed at me. They're like, you can't roller skate and you're super fat. And then from that day forth, I was like, nope.
I'm hearing the Eye of the Tiger theme right now in my head, just to be real with you.
So, no joke, every time I walked into the skating rink, on my phone, I would have You're the Best Around playing.
There you go. Karate Kid classic, huh?
Right.
Doing the training and
I even had a Cobra Kai sticker on my helmet.
So what was your
and I was called the Cobra.
What was your roller derby name? Like, did you get to choose a different name? That's kind of out of the chat. Someone's asking.
Oh yeah, it was the Cobra Shark. Everybody called me Cobra.
Shark. Cobra.
Yeah,
wow.
But it started because I had a Cobra Kai sticker on my helmet. Yeah, and then way before that show ever happened, I was already into. I was a Johnny stan before that show ever came out. I wrote a paper when I was younger about how Danielson was the bad guy. I was like, he was a dick. Yeah, and then when Cobra Kai came out, I was super happy. I'm sorry, I pivoted there.
I've heard no, that's absolutely this is a space we're creating together, so this is very exciting. I've actually heard theories on that of like Daniel was the bad guy, right? And it's an interesting take on.
He was a douchebag, yeah.
Yeah, a classic, like putting the water on Johnny when he's in the bathroom, and just all that stuff, like
wasted all. That's what I'm saying. That was a lot of weed for a high schooler.
Yeah,
it's insane.
And then
and they weren't even gonna fuck with him at that point. They were done messing with him. He caused more. Yeah.
Yep. And he got
insane.
He cashed his check and got the money there because that was kind of one of the pivotal moments where he got the crap beat out of him by the whole group, right? I mean,
yeah.
Wow.
And then they got the crap beat out of them by an adult.
By Mr. Miyagi. Yeah, that didn't really age well, did it? Like, considering
It
it,
doesn't.
like an old guy beating up a bunch of kids, and we were like, yeah, Miyagi, but
Also, Danielson won with a kick to the head, which was illegal.
illegal, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But it looked so good back in the 80s, right?
It's like the fucking Chiefs. The rest are on his side.
Yeah, and he got the
That was
chick,
ridiculous.
got the medal and all of that, and got to go happily ever after.
And didn't even keep her. Because in the next movie, which does not take place long after, he leaves and meets a new girl.
Yeah, and he even mentioned at the beginning of Karate Kid 2
Douchebag.
that, like, she ran off with some other, football guy or something? And it's like,
Is that what happened?
yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's worth a rewatch. Karate Kid 2, like, at the very beginning, he goes obviously from the shower room and stuff, and then there's a time lapse. But I'm pretty sure he had mentioned to Miyagi that, Ali, whatever her name was in the movie, but Ali ran off with, I think it was a football player or something.
That's
So,
hilarious.
yeah.
So tonight on Karate Kid Talk,
Karate Kid. We will go deep into the legitimacy of head kicks and stealing belts and all that. So, wow, yeah, that was a pleasant side jaunt. I'm a big fan of '80s pop culture, so you know what, we're gonna
Nice.
get along just fine, I think.
Excellent. I'm into it as well.
There you go. So Cataclysmic was basically it. Keep me honest here. Cataclysmic, and you just kind of truncated it down. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Catchy.
That's
I
all
like
it was.
it.
There wasn't no huge story behind it. We just had to come up with something, and that was the first time we came up with something quick. There wasn't even really arguing. Like he said it. I'm like, yeah, that's great.
Wow. Yeah,
That's what we're gonna be.
I was in a band called Cesspool, so and I don't know if you knew this or not, but Big Bald Ben was in my band. It was called Cesspool. It was pretty good. So,
Yeah, I actually have that written down because we're gonna revisit that.
dun dun dun. So, one of your releases was being described online as, and I quote, "cyberspace punk rock opera," unquote.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's what
help
I have
me
an
with
album.
this.
That's what it is.
Help
Yeah.
me with this. How did that happen?
That's what it. No, it's a. So not all, 99% of my songs are like, in my mind, it's like supposed to be performed in a musical theater, but maybe a little bit, a little more like psychedelic rock musical theaters
Okay.
type situation. Like your actors would still be doing musical theater, but your band would be an actual band or whatever. I don't know, a rock opera, but it's in a sci-fi. It's in like a sci-fi type situation. Like everything that happens in this thing, it's terminally disconnected is what it's called. Everything that happens in it is real, but I tell it in a sci-fi story.
Okay.
But it's all what really happened to me over a period of time.
Interesting.
So it is all until the end, where then it becomes a concept of my brain releasing, but it's stealing spaceships and leaving the planet and all that crap. But it was my brain saying, "Fuck it, I don't care anymore."
Sounds.
It was my brain that was exiting the planet, not me physically.
There's a lot of synapse work going on in this. So writing something like that, like your catalog has songs like "My Resistance," "Never Lose Hope," "Are You Terrified," "Idyllic," "Embrace the Maelstrom." All of this is like very cinematic, like narrative, apocalyptic sci-fi stuff. Like,
Yeah.
is it all part of a bigger story, or is it more like what you're feeling for one particular song? Are they songs related? Is it thematic? Like how does something like that come together?
So I'm working on. So I have a bunch of songs to release. There's 9 songs released currently for my second rock opera. It's the Robots Saga. It's about me dealing with AI, but it's the metaphor is all robots and shit. And that's and the only connection, because they're not in the same universe. There's no way they could be, because in the first one there is no Earth anymore at the end of it.
Okay.
Like it's done. It's gone.
Sounds
So
cataclysmic.
yeah. Well, exactly. Yeah, kind of go. That's the scale. So in this one, they're on a Earth again, and the only thing that is connected, both of them have James Allan Stellar in them, but it's a different like version of them. Like the one in that is kind of like and terminally disconnected is kind of a sad like. It's a different version. Where's Blue? Like, I mean, literally, where's Blue? And through the whole thing, and like I have videos and stuff I've been working on, but where's Blue has different. That's really the only thing. The color is blue, whereas this one, he wears red and black, and he's kind of a lot more fed up from being fed up is from the Robot Saga, and he's more like he being me, obviously angry. There's a lot more anger than sadness in it. A lot more anger.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, and the red reflects that, obviously, because of the colors and blah blah blah.
So you're working different elements to almost paint a picture. Like blue is almost symbolic of, being blue, right, or an emotional state. Whereas red,
yes, absolutely.
Red is typically symbolizing anger. Yeah.
Color is very important. So, I love doing visual stuff as well. Okay. And the way you have colors, like, I love having colors up on the screen, like either clashing or I want it to hit your eye. Like I don't even know how to explain it.
Punch to the eyeball.
The colors I want you to feel the colors just like you feel the music.
Interesting.
Like I want it to be like.
So do you create that space, like let's talk color here, right? Because my daughter's a grad school art student, and she'll go on and on all day about color theory and things like that. Like, how do you incorporate like singing about the colors, or do you take the music and then layer over that like maybe a video or something like that? Like, how do you incorporate colors into kind of music? Is it's mostly
for me, it's
words.
Always gonna.
Go ahead.
So for me, it's always going to start at the song, and I'm not going to have any idea what the colors are at that point, outside of the fact that the character that's singing it, because I do, in my head, become this character. I go full into it, like I go method acting on every song as well, and like, so I wear blue when I'm singing as the character in blue, and stuff like that. But I'm not considering the colors of the rest of the video. So when the song's done is when I start thinking about videos, or when the album was done, I start thinking about overall what the video is, and that's where colors work in at that point. And it's so it depends on the song. The song's angry and the color's blue. I try to do like I like to go look at the abstract colors because I have the iPad. I have my color wheel with all my different little color swatches. I can just show you what I use because this is how
here we go.
This is my process when I'm getting ready to do a video. I'm like, okay, I'm wearing this color. So, sorry, this is entertaining watching me get my iPad. I know. Just wait.
While you're digging up, I gotta ask: is that Nicolas Cage behind you?
Yeah, you recognize his lips. Yes.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, there's got Nicolas Cage crap all over the place. Even got Nicolas Cage emotes. Here, watch this. Nicolas Cage. He's a legend. We use I can't find our emotes. I can't do three things at once. All right.
Continue though on the iPad. My apologies.
Anyway, so I got my color wheel and I'm like, I'm gonna do an abstract, right? And then I go to and so I'm like, okay, I'm wearing blue. So then I want to make things these three colors. Like, there it.
Okay. See it?
Yeah. And I mean, I use that in everything. Like it's like I don't know. I like to play around with it. Like I don't even know what I'm doing. Like I just go and move things around till it looks fucking right in my head. And then like using the tetratic like color wheels and then being like. Once again, I almost always got to find the blues, and then bringing the alternate colors. Like I did a video not too long ago called Realtro, and once again I was wearing blue, so I made sure everything around me was I had a lot of orange and yellows in it because they made the blue pop out more.
So with the colors, I mean, is that more use those colors to maybe influence your writing and your music, or do you actually put colors onto like a screen overlaid with your music? Like, how do you incorporate them together?
Well, I make music videos.
Got it. So the colors, not only are they influencing like your musical writing, and keep me honest here. This is kind of what
That's the wrong direction. The music's influencing the colors that I use.
Oh, it's backwards. I gotcha. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, because everything I do starts from the music, because that's what I started as, was a musician. That was my art form.
Interesting. So that music drives the colors in the video. Okay.
Yeah.
That's an interesting approach.
And all the rest of the art I do. Yeah.
Okay. So, wow. So how about this? You'd mentioned Fed Up with being fed up. Is it cool if we play the track and check it out?
Yeah, totally.
All right.
Go ahead.
And as we're listening to this, what colors should we be thinking? Like, what colors come up
this
for
one?
this
Well, I'm wearing red and black in the... there's a video for this. I'm wearing red and black in it, but in the beginning I'm wearing blue because it starts with a soft piano, and that's soft me, but then angry me comes out. Do you have the ability to show a video?
I absolutely do. Where's the video? And we'll pull it.
It's on YouTube. Yeah, here, how do I get this to you? I'll drop it in chat. Will that work?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and you're gonna like this. You're gonna like this because I told you this is from my thing that's about me dealing with AI. And this video is me. This video is me, and then I rotoscoped it with AI. But this is like I don't know how long ago.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. But it legitimately is about the crazy thing is not crazy. It's about me dealing with AI, but you're not gonna really hear that in this song because this song is blaming something else. You'll see. It's bullshit. I don't know what I'm talking about. Here we go. How do I share it? Oh, there it is.
You want to dump it into the? Do you have access to the chat on Twitch?
Yep. Here we go. Boom.
There we go. So now people can watch at home, and I'm going to pull it up here too. So stand by for ludicrous speed.
All right. I like that speed.
OBS. Let me get that going here. So give me just 1 second. Do. Chrome. Automatic. All right, let's see if this works. Give me 1 second here. I have so many different tabs in OBS, so...
Yeah, no rush.
Appreciate your patience.
Yeah, there was a whole story of the AI trying to kill me. Not the AI, the robots, but it's the AI.
All right, here we go. And again, this track is Fed Up with Being Fed Up. And this is by James Allan Stellar. Was this, before I play it, is this a Klezmic? Or is this a...
Yeah,
okay.
It's a Klezmic track, yeah.
Gotcha. Here we go.
I don't think it's on the whole screen.
Yeah, hold on here. You gotta love being a part of a technical thing here.
Oh yeah, no. If you ever check out what we're doing, yeah, we're it's a technical nightmare.
Give me 1 second here. It looks like it crunched it. So let me try this.
So Rapscallion said plaid.
It's still cutting you off.
Yeah, and you can't hear. We can just play the song. It's all good.
Alright. I will get this right, I swear.
Big Bob Zinn said, yeah, James knows all about resizing windows. I resize windows often and in real time. They like to joke the name of my show should be James Resizes Windows, but then they also think it should be called James Forgets Album Art. What are some of the other names you think it should be called? Yeah, it's in the theme song, correct. It's in the theme song that I forget the album art.
I swear I'm going to get this right.
Hey, no problem. I'm having some time, right now to just talk to chat, which is great. Hey, chat, do you have any questions while we're figuring this out? Rapscallion, you said plaid. Is that just a color like pattern you like? Plaid, is plaid a pattern? It's not a color, right? Yeah, it's a pattern. No one can answer me? Like, seriously, I'm just left hanging here? Do you all know? Insomniac said colors have so much power, and I have to agree. Color is an amazing thing. What's your favorite thing to do when you get stuck in a hole? I do not get stuck in holes. I avoid holes. I have a fear of being stuck in something. I know they call it claustrophobia, but it's worse than that. Like, I don't go into things that I can't absolutely get out of, except for sometimes I have to drive from through this like cave that goes to Whittier, and they just tunneled straight through the mountains, and it's like maybe it feels to me like it's a 20-minute drive under a mountain, and I hate it because I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna be in here and it's gonna collapse and I'm here forever. Yeah, and you know, I hate it. I hate driving through it. It might actually be only 10 minutes. It's long regardless. Next time I go and have to drive through it, I'll video it and you will see those terrible thing that I have to drive through. Well, I don't have to because I don't have to go to Whittier, but I choose to sometimes.
All right, I swear I've got this going, so let's fire it up. This looks a little better, right?
Shit. Oh, shit. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
I had to do that on the fly, so I appreciate your patience.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
And it's going to come through desktop audio. Let's fire it up.
Featuring the amazing T-Bird on bass. Whoa, the whole house just shook. It's not, there's no sound.
Hold on. Desktop audio.
And I happen to know for a fact this song has sound.
Yeah, it may. Most music or audio does indeed have sound. So it's doing a web browser. It should be playing my desktop audio. And it looks like it is not. You know the
Big Bald Ben said he could hear it. I'm the only one that can't hear it apparently. So that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Big Bald Ben can hear it. I will I'll just
We'll live
watch.
vicariously through Big Bald Ben.
I know what it sounds like, so.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, well, let's fire it up here. As long as the people out there can hear it.
Yeah, if the people can hear it, that's good. Yes, Big Bald Ben with the light. And it's mounted above my fireplace. For real.
Crowbar named Henry.
It's one of the characters in the story.
Good stuff. Appreciate that.
Hey.
So talk to me about the song. Like, talk me through this. What influenced your writing of this song?
Well, it's part of a much larger story. So we talked earlier about Terminally Disconnected, and that was the cyberspace punk rock opera, 15 songs enclosed, done. I went to the next album thinking, hey, I want to try bigger, because that's kind of what I do. I always try to do everything bigger than the last. And I was like, so how do you make it bigger? And I'm like, well, maybe and AI had just started being, generative AI just started being a thing, and you couldn't really do it unless you had a computer powerful enough to run it. And I did. And I was like, I'm going to fuck with this stuff, right? And so I downloaded it, got my computer all set up to do it, and I'm like, I need more power. So then I got me yeah. And I was like, this stuff's bad. I was like, this stuff's really bad. I started playing with like different stuff, and then I was like, okay, let me start talking to these chatbots. And then I started realizing, oh my God, this is really bad. And my mind instantly went to, oh shit, Skynet. Like, and I was like, oh my God, this is bad. Because I'm like, if this is what it is today, and then every week it advanced so much, but you still could only do it on computers. But I'm like, 2 weeks ago I could generate photos. This week I can generate 3-second videos, and I'm like, holy what? I'm like, this is going fast, And so I was like, okay, this is gonna wipe out a lot more than we realized. I instantly went doom in my head, and I started writing this ARG where I became animated. So I figured out how to take videos of myself and break them down to single frames, and then have Stable Diffusion rotoscope them.
Okay.
And then I basically said, I was regular, and these things have now animated me. And then they sent assassins after me, because there's robots now.
Okay.
They sent assassins after me. These are all in videos on YouTube. They sent assassins after me and tried to kill me, but they missed. But I lost my hat. I have a hat I wear, a trapper hat that I wear in a lot of media. And they got that. That symbol, that hat was a kind of one of my symbols of Klizmic. It's one of me in that hat is one of the symbols of Klizmic.
It's like a trademark kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
A brand. I gotcha.
Yeah. And they got it, and so I do not have that hat back, and I'm animated by this AI, and it's driving me. Well, I'm not aware I'm animated AI. In the story, I'm fighting robots, but in reality, this is what's happening in this metaphor. And I completely committed to the story. Like for like 6 months or more, I was not in control. I was hiding. James Allan Stellar was hiding. So all of my social media were were controlled by robots who were very open about it. And they were posting messages to the awesome humans. They were posting messages to the awesome humans being like, it's okay. James Stellar's gone and all that. We'll find him and all that. And they took over my social media and only posted and responded and replied as these robots.
Interesting.
And fucking drove people nuts, actually. And I got a lot of people. So anyway, I was on Submit Hub at that time, and I had learned it in my heart that Submit Hub was I believe Submit Hub's a fucking scam. And I'll say it, I know people love that place, but I was on Submit Hub, and I was like, I was there. I had a ton of credits to submit shit to curators and stuff there. But the robots took over my social media, and they took over my Submit Hub too. And then so it started, so the robots started talking to people, and they fucking hated me. They really hated me at Submit Hub, but the robots kept talking. And they would just get so mad. And then the robots donated all of my credits to one artist because they were amazing. And I'm like, what the fuck? No, I mean, obviously. And then they hated me even more. Oh yeah, Submit Hub, dude, Insomniac, Submit Hub hated me so bad when I started doing the robot thing because I committed, and they're like you're an idiot. You could be in like, I'm not an idiot, I'm a robot, I'm like I'm not capable. It was God, they hated me. But the Infinity Chamber or something was the name of that band that I donated all the credit. I mean, the robots donated all the credits that James had, and they just, oh man. And then after that, it was just like, I deleted my account because those guys were so mad.
So there's
anyway, so
wow.
that continues on to a whole bunch of like, so then there are all these AI videos. Started creating all these AI videos that were propaganda from the government and had friends playing the voices of the government and all of the stuff that was trying to tell everybody, hey, just give in to the robots. The robots are here to help. And if you don't, the robots will help you remember why. That kind of situation, and everything just became more dystopian. And then the album kicks off because I find my hat and I become real again. And that's when the album actually starts. I mean, the song we just listened to is not on the album. It's the prologue before the album starts. It's in a prologue before the album starts.
So we just got
still animated.
Follower. Thank you, Loden Taylor. So this is really.
That's
go ahead.
Bluebeard Bard.
So some
Loden
of your peeps are coming in. Appreciate the support there. So this is actually it's a profound topic. 2 is it's actually pretty deep. And then 3 is I just want to comment on like the metaphorical aspect of the writing process here, right? So, I mean, it seems clear to me that the metaphorical piece of almost you losing your humanity to AI, right, as represented by you losing your hat. I mean, is that kind of what you envisioned as you wrote that?
No, I just think they stole my hat because they're assholes. No.
Well, that too, but
that is part of it. They stole my identity. They're taking my identity.
So about that, right? Because you've used AI here in the project and whatnot, like,
right.
What is your, and this is a loaded question, what is your relationship with AI at this point as a musician, as an artist?
Generative AI, specifically around video and art, that is the hardest subject right there. I understand it is a thing that's going to happen and it's going to continue to happen. And I'm not like, I don't really give a shit, honestly, anymore. It's such a tired topic at this point. All I really, really care about, and this is for Indie Boom Shockwave, the people that hang around me, things like that. All I really care about is when we are doing this thing we do together for a few hours a week, that it is human only. Because that other stuff's going to exist no matter what. And people are going to use it for fun no matter what. And, and then people like me, if I want to survive in the, like, IT field's going to be gone soon. Like, I'm in IT. I've been in IT my whole life. That's going to be gone soon. I'm going to be replaced by AI. Probably one of the earlier jobs replaced by AI. My thing with AI is it's too late. Nothing we're going to do about it. So we need to start figuring out what we're going to do going forward. And with generative AI specifically, I hate the amount of people that call themselves artists because they type in prompts. I think that is stupid. You're not an artist. I get that you generated something by typing in something. Cool. I've done it. I've typed in the prompts. I know how it works. I can make amazing prompts. Like, I was in it early, so I had to do it when you had to type the lighting styles and you had to type pixel depth. Like they've made prompt writing so much easier. But it's like, I just don't want people to be fucking liars. If you come into a room and say, hey, look, I made this thing with AI. Okay, cool. Whatever. I'm probably not going to look at it, honestly. I know too many people that do stuff for real. But I'm also not going to be like, oh, die!
Die, Terminators.
Yeah. And I'm aware, and like I said, I have a lot of artist friends, and not all, there are many that are very talented at their art, but also dive into doing certain things with AI. And I'm like, well, I can't just stop listening to my friends. It doesn't, if they generate an entire AI song, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna fucking listen to that. And they know I won't. So I think it's really up to the person. It's up to the viewer. Like, the other thing is AI music still, it's trained on all music. That means it's even trained on the bad shit. That's why, and there was a lot of bad music out there. Like, and I'm talking about quality. That's why so much of it has like that, it has a sound that is not as clear and crisp as our sound is now. And you can always recognize it. And maybe someday you won't be able to. And yeah, some people are taking their AI things, busting them down to stems and remastering them so they can get those sounds out, you know, whatever. But it's, at least they're doing something. They're yeah, it's, I don't know. Art for me also isn't about, so many people, it's about, they want to make it, they want to be famous or make money or something like that. And I used to too. Like that was my goals too. I want to be a fucking rock star, you know? I would have loved it. Now I'm old though. And that's not my vision anymore, you know? Like I learned like the practice and then the journey of writing the piece. That's the part I truly love. That's the part that did something for me. You know, sitting there and recording, you know, writing those vocals and then freaking recording them, you know, sitting there and playing that guitar. Like that's what actually does something for me. And that's what was doing something for me when I was younger too. I just was too dumb to realize it, you know, because I thought with my dick and my fame meter, you know, like I didn't think, you know, I didn't realize that the good part of it for me was the actual journey. And I think that's what pisses, because we were talking about AI, and I think that's what pisses me off so much about it is people, I think an artist, it's the journey. I don't think it's the finished product. I think it's the journey. I think that's, like, I know the dictionary definition is, and it even says human created, you know, art, blah, blah, blah. But I don't, I think the art is the journey. Because the finished product never fucking matters. Good or bad, it did something for you, you know? It's, and good or bad, once again, that's something that is in the eye of the beholder, because there's going to be, you may think it's bad, someone else is going to think it's good, you know? Like, there's no two people are alike. Yeah. So.
Interesting. And that's kind of the power of music, right? Is it's going to appeal to some people. It's not going to appeal to others. I was very guilty, and Big Bald Ben knows this. Like, you know, starting out as a musician, I was a very immature and frankly, a very insecure musician. So how I made myself better was by making other bands less. Oh, that band sucks, and we're the best, you know. And you know, I was immature. I was a kid. That doesn't excuse, you know, the behavior, but it helps me at least frame it up of, you know, I've evolved as a person and come to that realization. You know what I write may not be for everyone. It's got to be for me first, and then, you know, maybe that'll resonate. That's well said. And you mentioned kind of the word that popped out to me was kind of like an evolution here, right? The evolution of James here. Like, how has your songwriting process evolved as you have aged?
Well, when I started, I didn't start playing an instrument until, and this is no joke. I got a guitar when I was, I don't remember the age anymore, like 20 or 21, whenever it was one of those, that age, 20. It was either 20 or 21. And then I had this guitar, but I didn't play it. And then 9/11 happened. And I was already into conspiracy theories, watching Alex Jones, freaking anti-Bush, all that stuff you needed to be, anti-Cheney. I was like, I'm gonna be a fucking punk rocker. I loved music. I just never thought about doing it. You know, I listened, like I loved Ween and punk rock. That was my music.
Okay.
And I was like, I want to be in a punk rock band right now. This is the time to be in a punk rock band. So I started playing music. I got a guitar, and I took on the punk values too. I'm not learning music theory, fuck that, and all that. And I just started learning to play guitar by, you know, I had the friend that was a bass player that wanted to form a band, you know, but he was he'd been playing bass for his whole life, and he wanted to form a band, so he's going to teach me to play guitar. And that's what he did. And he kind of taught me to play guitar. I wrote songs very quickly. It kind of because I was just doing, you know, a few power chords and fucking singing punk tunes. It was not hard. And yeah, so I did that, and I continued. as a couple of years in, I was like, hey, maybe I should learn some scales.
Okay.
Because I would guitar solo, but I would like Corey Feldman guitar solo. Right? I mean, yeah, it was not great. I was not bad enough. I mean, I was bad, but I wasn't bad enough that I was hitting notes that I knew were in the song because they were in the chords that I was playing, but I was not like, so it was bad. But I did learn to tremolo pick really fast during that time. So, and that evolved into what I do now too. But anyway, and then so a couple years, I was like, maybe I'm going to start learning some scales. So I did learn a few basic keys, a couple scales. My soloing jumped because I was at that point, without having any knowledge of what I was doing, had gotten pretty quick, and my finger movements had been fast. And apparently, when I actually knew or got some scales, and there was just like, oh god, it still works, but just sounds better. Yeah, and I kind of just, that's all I did. You know, I would learn a new guitar scale here and there, but you know, didn't really put much thought into what I was doing. Still writing songs that needed probably some music theory in them. And I did rewrite a bunch of those in this modern era because I was like, oh, now. So yeah, you evolve too much later in life. Klizmek decides we're going to start making music again. And I start learning to play the piano. And when I started learning to play the piano, I was like, hey, maybe I should learn music theory. And it just, because of the years of guitar and all, it just like, boom. It just all hit me. And oh my, yeah. And now we're at 5 or 6 years of this piano playing and music theory. And it's just like, yeah, I definitely see why I was constantly being told to learn it.
Oh, that's why. Yeah. That's what these dots mean.
Yeah. Oh shit. That's how I know what okay. Yeah. So all those dots connected now, and yeah, I can definitely see it. And the music's better, and people actually want to listen to it. Back then people were like, yeah, that's weird.
It's an
now
added
they're like,
bonus,
oh, that's
right?
weird, but musical. Yeah.
Added plus. That's interesting. So,
hey, Hosty.
Hosty has joined the chat. Welcome, Hosty. So, I mean, in terms of influences, like let's take a step back, right? Listening to Fed Up with Being Fed Up, there were some very heavy punk vibes there, and I imagine that came from your earlier influences.
Yeah, I mean, it was on that one. I was influenced by a few different punk bands. I was looking at the worst punk era. At the end, I kind of did the worst punk era, which I think 2000s punk is the stupidest shit ever, because they weren't punk. They weren't rebelling against anything. They were corporate sponsored. It made no sense to me. But it is one of the punk eras, so I did it, and it sounded good in the context of the song. But I also tried to hit like that 70s. I like the Ramones, so I tried to hit like that 70s, 80s Ramones thing there, and frick. Oh, I tried to do a little Green Day, early Green Day. I used to love like that early Green Day, like 1039 Smooth, and they had the first two albums, Kerplunk. The first two albums actually sounded like punk rock albums, and I really enjoyed those. And so that I was taken from those on that one too.
That's interesting. And so even on the song, right? You start out like you come in, you sit down at a piano, and I'm going to assume that was you actually playing the piano,
yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
And it very, very accomplished, right? Several of my children play, and it's not an easy instrument. So, you know, I want to commend you like that. That was very well done. And taking,
thank you.
Like you almost switch gears, but you pull it off. Like going from kind of a classical vibe, and you're, you know, jumping into like really some kind of underground punk stuff, like a lot of different.
That's punk rock. That's punk rock. Like that's something that is missing. Like people make punk rock songs now, and I'm like, well, where's your country song? Because every punk band used to do something that sounded kind of country. Like you experiment, you do things. Like they would be like, oh, we're gonna do kind of like this jazz fusion thing, and then go into a punk song, or you know, shit like Operation Ivy, or you know. who did they become? I mean, they were an okay band. Rancid. They would
Yep.
try to do shit that was a little different along the way. Like, it's punk. You're supposed to experiment. You know,
Yeah.
it's one of those places you can. That's what I love about it.
And without
You know,
punk, we wouldn't have had like Nirvana. Like Nirvana was very influenced by punk, and
that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate that punk did that,
but musically, that almost broke. Are you jabbing, Ben? I think you're jabbing, Ben. Without punk, you wouldn't have Nirvana. And you know what? For better or worse, we'd still be listening to hair metal.
Now I'm trying to determine if punk was really worth it. Ugh.
But that evolution there, right? I mean, we would still be listening to Motley Crue. Well, some people still are. Like hair metal, you know, punk, Nirvana.
I mean, that had its place, but it's not my favorite music.
It's fair. It's fair. I mean, it's you know, it's hard to ignore the influence Nirvana had on popular music, because it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was very raw, and you know, I think that resonated with the spit and polished '80s hair. I can't even bring myself to call it hair metal, but you know, that genre.
Right, glam rock.
Yeah, glam rock's probably much better said. I've heard hair metal, and I'm like, that's
didn't feel very metal, did it?
Exactly. You know, and I don't know. I mean, there's a place for it, but that underground punk like came loud and clear. And it wasn't even like this. I consider Green Day kind of pop punk, right? It's very polished.
Oh, absolutely.
Whereas, you know, Black Flag and some of the earlier stuff was just raw.
I like to refer to their first two albums because I did think that they were way more. Those did not have the. They started. You could tell they were heading towards pop punk, but they were not a pop punk band yet. There was a chance. When I saw those two albums, I was like, "Oh my god, this might be a new punk band." But
then they started making money.
Then they became what I hated. I don't care if they make. I don't care if they make money, but they definitely stopped making punk music and still acted like they were punk.
Mm-hmm.
Described as punk, and it was not.
Yeah, and someone in the chat
pop
just
punk
said
needs a different name. It should just be called pop.
Pop. Yeah, and. Is it only the host?
Green Day and Taylor Swift are the same thing. Yep.
Said pretty much pop. Yeah. Oof. Green Day and Taylor Swift are the same. It reminds me of the meme. You know, was it Jenna Fisher from The Office? They're the same picture.
Same picture.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, it was kind of gritty punk, right? What I consider like kind of, and it's not to denigrate other punk bands, but you know. The vibe I was getting was like real punk, like the gritty stuff. Well,
I'm really mad.
Yeah, I
really don't like billionaires, and I really don't like robots, and real life.
But it didn't sound like Taylor Swift.
And I don't really like politicians either. Oh yeah, well, once again, I'm referring back. When I say Green Day, I mean the earlier Green Day, where they might have still had balls.
Yeah. Interesting. So, like. There was a lot going on in that song, and we're going to listen to another of your tracks in a few minutes. Like, how do you describe your musical style? And I work in IT as well.
It's not really possible.
Like, the elevator pitch, like, how do you describe your stuff? Like, everyone seems to want, whenever I say I'm a musician, they're like, oh, well, what do you sound like? Like, how do you answer that?
I don't think it's possible. It's James does what he wants. Like, I don't have one musical style. I don't. Even within songs, I change musical styles. I don't give a shit. I'm not thinking. Like, I just don't care. I don't believe in genre anyway. Like, I think that puts you in a box, and then you have to stay in that box, and that's not. Like, who wants to play, you know, country every day? Who wants to play freaking the same, like, freaking emo every day? Who wants to, like, you gotta, like, I can't think of an artist that sticks in one emotion in real life. Like, are there people that are in one emotion? And genres tend to kind of pigeonhole you into an emotional state. And I think that's insane. Like, and so, like, if today I'm feeling like a, you know, like I'm angry and want to scream about something, I can play a metal song and, you know, make a metal song. And tomorrow, if I want to sit there and talk about how sad I am, I can make a freaking piano ballad. And, you know, like it just doesn't matter, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to get a piece of art out of me. You know, I'm trying to like do this thing that makes me feel something. So, you know, like I can't be stuck in that box at all. Yeah.
It's interesting. So, and I keep going back to this. Like
the two songs I gave you are wildly different. That's why I gave them to you.
I was going to comment, and we'll listen to Happy Holidays in a minute. But like, you mentioned you work in IT. I work in IT as well. Like, what other skills? Like Big Bald Ben came into it. You know, he has an MBA, right? And he's a smart guy. And like all of the different pieces that make up Big Bald Ben, as an example, work their way into the music. And I think that's how musicians tend to be. Like in your case, like what outside skills helped you in your ability to create music that's true to yourself?
I don't know. I think everything that gives me confidence, every skill I do that gives me confidence helps me with art. Because the more confidence I have, the more, you know, the better I feel the art is. I don't know. I don't have any skills that I'm really good at. I'm just kind of okay at everything. I can do everything. I'm just only okay at it. You know, I craft things out of wood. Like I build stuff. I like to go take videos of mountains. I fly drones and shit like that. I like to, you know, like take videos of drones. I mean, does typing on the keyboard help us get better at the musical keyboard? I think it might. I don't know. Finger dexterity? Fuck, I don't know, dude.
Guitar Hero. Now you can play guitar, man. Come on.
Oh, I sucked at Guitar Hero.
I did too. Yeah, I mean, and that's almost not Guitar Hero, but like what you're describing almost captures like the human element of what makes us human. Like we are multifaceted beings, and you know the old saying, "Jack of all trades, master of none." You know that kind of summarizes like a good IT worker, in that you can hold your own in all of those different areas and still get the job done. Like, so it almost sounds like a lot of you is coming to the table at any given time, and even in any given song. Is that kind of accurate?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. I'm getting all existential here, man.
I don't know.
What?
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of me at the table on every song, because I do, like, you know, I'm playing most of the instruments. My bestie does the drums, sound effects, mixing, mastering. I feel like, yeah, and then and most of the other art I do, you know, that's just like video and shit I do by myself. So.
So start to finish, just take one song. Doesn't matter what it is, and it doesn't even have to be named the song. But like, what is your creative process? But also like collaboration. Like you mentioned, hey, you was it Hosty or someone does your drums, and there are other musicians that are collaborating with you. Like, how do you put a song together, start to finish?
I mean, with collaborations, it just depends where they start. But normally on a klezmic song, I usually write it on the piano. Sometimes I write it on the guitar. Most of the time I start at the piano. I just start writing. I don't know, just plinking, ding, ding, ding. And the next thing I know, there's a song coming. I'm like, okay, that's the thing. I'm like, that's not, I don't think that's anything I've heard before. And then I'm like, I do that. And I have a whiteboard over here, and I write down the chords I was playing or whatever. And then for the next several weeks, every time I go like make coffee or anything like that, I sit down on my piano and I play that, and I see if I can make it better or whatever. And I see, or if maybe this song just, I get tired of it. And if I get tired of it, it's never going to become anything. I have like 5 songs up there that I've got bored of. so like they're never going to become anything. But then I have this one I've been playing for a good month now that I'm like, oh shit. And then these windstorms we had, I went out and recorded them. I'm like, oh god, this is the windstorm song. And I started writing. I started playing the piano part to the sound of the wind. I'm like, okay, this is it. And so this song that I'm working on right now, like, yeah, that I don't know, it's pretty organic. Like shit changes every time. I don't know. It's just what sometimes my cat meows at me, and I'm like, are you judging me for being lazy? You know, or I don't know. And, you know, sometimes, okay, so I've been playing, okay, listen to this. I've been playing Battlefield 6, okay?
Okay.
I'm a firm believer that playing video games is wasting my time, okay? Firm believer. I looked at my playtime, and it said 50 hours. And I went, oh, fuck, really? This game hasn't been out that long? I mean, this is recent. I'm like, but for me, 50 hours of gaming is, and I was like, oh shit. I'm like, I had this EP that I didn't finish. And I've been working hard. Like that is part of my creative process. Looking at that and going, what the fuck have I done? Inspires me. Or, you know, like, oh my God. It's like, what if within that 50 hours I died? I would have never finished that EP. Fuck. You know, and that's a big part of my creative process too. Thinking, oh shit, I'm gonna die soon.
Once you hit a certain age, that's almost a regular daily. You wake up and say, oh, I got another day. Woohoo! You
wake up and you see Peter Green, the actor, died today, and you look at his age and you see that you're only 12 years older than him, or younger than him, and you go, fuck.
12 years to go. Depressing.
Boom.
So what color would that be in your musical process?
Well, that would be blue.
Blue. Not
all
like
sadness ranks in sadness. All sadness ranks in blue for me.
There you go.
I do a lot of sad. I have as I like to say, I have a sad lead. So, yeah.
But you're true to what it means to be human, right? We're built up of different components, and some are sad and some, like, that's, now I'm gonna rant, right? That's one of the beefs I've always had with different kinds of music, is it always had to be chipper or happy or angry, and then people started filling that groove and just staying in it, whereas, you know, it was rare that you would see a band that would encompass and release music that covered the full spectrum of human emotion. So, I mean, it's encouraging to hear, you know, that you're embracing all of those different parts of you. And I don't want to get psychological here, you know, all, you know, they call that like internal family systems, right? People are made up of lots of little people inside of us. Some are happy, some are sad, you know, and things like that. It's interesting. And also your color, like you falling back to color, and some people see music in color, like literally you'll hear music and see colors.
Yeah, they have synesthesia or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I don't, but
I'm not cool like that. I'm not cool like that.
Yeah, that would be a pretty cool party trick, I would think, right? Oh, let's invite James because he can see color, man. He can see music. Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
That would be neat.
Yeah, man.
That would be neat.
So let's play your second clip, and let me just ask this before I pull up Spotify. Is that have a video as well, or is that 100% Spotify?
Does not have a video. Wish it did.
Okay, so that makes it
this
easier.
This is a collaboration. I didn't play the music in this. I did add some stuff, but I added some bells and stuff like that. It was a Christmas song that. But I don't like Christmas. So it's like Wizard Gunlock is a legendary producer in our community.
Okay.
And he's the producer of this song, and then he had me play it one time, and I was like, oh shit, can I do something to this? And I'm not a rapper or anything, but he usually works with rappers, but he threw it over to me, and I just do what I want. And you know, when I'm working with a song. So people used to say that to me too, by the way. It's like they would say, you don't really sing, you more talk. And stuff like that. I'm like, oh really? And I'm like, I don't know, I feel like this is what my voice sounds like. Sorry. And yeah, I don't know, but
whatever works, right? I mean,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I just do what I think the song's supposed to like the song's telling me to do this, you know? I'm like, I just do what it tells me to do. So, and this is fun because this would have been a straightforward rap song had he handed it off to someone else. You know, this is kind of how I envision, or like I'm giving this beat and I see this is what comes out of me instead of a rap song. And even though there is some, like, I feel like there's some rapping in it, but yeah, whatever, we should listen to it.
Yeah, we'll check it out. And again, the song is Happy Holidays, and I'm gonna pull it literally right off Spotify. But you said something there, and it kind of piqued my interest, and it was, and it kind of flew out. You know, it was one of those things that like flies in your ear and back out. If it comes to me, I'll kind of backtrack on it. But just taking one step back, like in the collaborative process, like at what point do you send something out to others? Like you'd mentioned, you know, someone did drums, you know, for this track. Like, do you tend to collaborate early, or do you collaborate late in the creative process?
If it's one of my songs, the collaboration tends to be after I've stalled on it for a year or more, and then I just send it to people and say, "Hey, can you do something to this?" Yeah, I'm like, I got this whole song recorded and I don't know what to fucking do with it. A lot of times it's stalled in like lyrics or vocals, you know, like I'm like, my voice doesn't match the song, I can't do it. But I wrote this song. So yeah, and that's actually had one of my more recent songs. That was what I wrote this song called Never Lose Hope. And then I couldn't ever come up with any like vocals for it. Like every vocal melody sounded terrible to me. You know, I was like, this song just isn't mine. I backburnered it, and I became way closer with Doc Griffin, and I like sent it to him. I was like, hey, do you think you could do vocals to this song? And he sends back one of our best songs ever, which is Never Lose Hope. Yeah, I love it. I love what he did. His voice was perfect for it.
Wow.
So yeah. So that a lot of my collaboration ends up with me failing and then saying, hey, can you do something with this? The other side of that is I have been asked to collaborate on songs, and most of the time I say yes and then fail to follow through.
Interesting. But it almost
too
breathes
busy.
new life into
I'm
a project,
legitimately
right?
too busy. I want to do it. I'm just legitimately busy. Huh?
That's fair. But it sounds like something like that breathes new life into a project and helps. You know, it helps give you like kind of a burst of energy, and hey, now we can finish this thing. That's interesting. And I'm just curious, right? I've seen a lot of different ways to collaborate. Some collaborate early, some collaborate late. It's an interesting. Talking is hard. Taking a project that maybe has, you know, it's a car on the side of the road. It's interesting that for you, like collaborating can sometimes really give something that's just not working a new burst of life.
I mean, that's legitimately what I do, because I don't.
Yeah.
A lot of these people that I'm surrounded by, they are so prolific. They're like writing, and that's not me. Like I'm inspired at certain points, and that's when I write. And then the inspiration's gone. There's nothing I can do. You know, like I cannot work if I'm not inspired.
Yeah.
And I don't. Yeah, and it's So. I do find people have a lot easier time collaborating than I do. Like, you'll send someone a song, and then like that same day or the next day you get it back, and you're like, oh my God, how? You know, how did you do it that fast? You know, and I have a collaboration with Only the Host. That was another Christmas song, and that one was one where Hosty came up with the idea. I said, yeah, I would do it, but that turnaround on that was so fast, wasn't it, Host? That was one of those ones where I was just inspired to do a Christmas song, you know, and so like I was locked in, you know. A lot of times people ask me to collaborate on things, and I'm, like I said, it's hard for me to say no. I want to be part of every project, you know. Yeah. But then I go back and listen to the song, and I just can't do anything. You know, I'm like, this doesn't work with my voice or my guitar playing. You know, like I'm not a good guitar player. My guitar playing style sounds like it does because I did it for so long, but it only works with things I write. It doesn't work that great in other people's music, you know, because my guitar playing is my guitar soloing is what I'm referring to, works with my music because it matches the rhythm guitar, you know, like it matches. Right. It's all this James style, but then you put that in a different song, and I just don't think it sounds that great.
Doesn't necessarily.
It just sounds like I can't play. It just sounds like I can't play.
Yeah, there's some theory behind creativity and the process of creating, and one of the theories out there is that, in essence, creativity exists outside of us, and you know, creativity is looking for. That this sounds very like Aliens. Like it's almost like the creative nugget is looking for a human host to work through to come into being, right? Very existential stuff, but that's one theory on the creativity. And, you know, looking at like Hosty in there, like, you know, he just said like it just happened. Like it's almost like sometimes you're in the right place at the right time. The energy's there, the creativity's there, everything just lines up, and it's like, you know, from outside something comes to you and you're birthing it, right? That's one theory on creativity.
And it's not forced. And I think that's where the most real art comes from. You know? Yeah. Like, I love that shit. That's, you know, that's what I'm saying. If you do things when you're inspired, I think it's all magical. Like, you know, as long as you're doing it when you're inspired.
And it's exhilarating to be feeling like you're in the right place at the right time to see this thing come about. Like, I mean, I've been there. It's like at the mountaintop moments, right? Well, let's
he said, Hosty said forcing projects stalled me out. And that's something, that's exactly what I was trying to articulate earlier, was that like it becomes more of a burden on me when I say yes to all these collaborations and then I don't complete them and I feel bad. You know, and then it makes it hard to work on my own shit because I'm like, I should be working on this collaboration with, you know, so and so.
Yeah, and that's almost human nature to want to say yes to everyone. My God, there's so much awesome stuff we can be doing, and you know, spoon theory. You only have so many spoons, right? And today, you know what? You collaborated, you used up all your spoons. Tomorrow, you know what? It's James time. It's just your stuff. So there's so many elements to that songwriting and music writing process that it's interesting theory as well. So let's jump into Happy Holidays. I'm going to pull it up on Spotify. You cool with that?
Yep.
All right. Clismic. And let me find Happy Holidays. You ready? Here we go.
Oh, yeah. I don't get to hear the song, but that's okay. I know it pretty well.
All of winter, end of year, Mariah Carey raised my ears. Days are shorter, nights are colder. Vague reminder, growing older in the dark where we collate. Shine a light on the hate. Wrap a gift for a sinner. Time for our family dinner. Uncle Joe's on racist rant, crying sheep like a single fan. Mom and dad have a fight. He came home drunk last night. You look great, did you put on weight? Let me list of things I hate. Advocate, not celebrate on this joyous holiday.
The dark is not as bad as it seems.
Realizing darkness is the Earth's natural state. Until a burning ball of plasma takes the dark away. Fear is control, afraid we won't unite. All of their atrocities can shine in the light. Qualify your genocide, testimonies falsified, deified, homicide, lighting up the countryside, crucified, our suicide, brain words amplified, verified, I'm terrified, poem full of homicide.
The dark is not as bad as it seems. The dark is a place for our dreams. Oh yeah.
Dial of an override, purify the petrified, misguide the zombified, modified, unmissified, set aside, unjustified, or that's glorified, a mind that's not
Unmuting Mike. Wow. So there was a lot going on in there. And I mentioned in
Probably.
stream, like, there were parts of it that had like that Billy Joel, "We didn't start the fire," JFK blown away. Like, but by and large, were you at any point in that song? Did you like do what's like a traditional singing a melody, or was it mostly like there were elements of rap, even the yelling part? And I'm gonna call it yelling. It was, yeah.
Don't I sing about the darkness or something in there? Remember, don't be a nightmare, be the dream.
So there were some melody parts, but there were a lot of vocal styles overlapping and blending together.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's pretty much that's a Klizmic thing. We like to, like I said, things go kind of bonkers. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was what I was thinking before, was the concept of, well, like for a while I thought, oh well, talking isn't music, right? And it's similar in the, like, reading poetry. Like, there's a genre of poetry that, dude, it doesn't rhyme, but it's still poetry.
Yeah.
And, you have people like Dave Mustaine who, "Hello, me, I'm the," and like one of my, right?
Is that Sweating Bullets?
Yeah. And I'm sorry, Big Bald Ben, but, he did a lot to help push that concept of not everything is going to be like, "I like traffic lights," melodic and singing and tons of vibrato. Like, you can just talk. And, like, rap does that. And understand, I can't rap. But one of my favorite musicians, like, he's still sort of indie for me, is Ren. I don't know if you've heard of Ren.
Oh yeah, Ren's awesome.
And his stuff is, he's just talking, and it's coming from deep, right?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I love it. Yeah, Ren's awesome.
Yeah, my wife turned me on to Ren, and oh my God, just the talent. But it's atypical in terms of what you would expect in music, apart from maybe the main genre of that being rap. So yeah, very interesting. And what I liked about...
Well, I'm a very big rap fan. I have been my whole life, but now I'm really into the independent rap scene. So I do listen to a lot of rap. I love it.
Yeah, it's that style is...
It inspires me. I just don't. I just would never consider myself a rapper because I listen to real rappers, and I'm like, yeah, I know what they are.
That's hard work, man.
Yeah.
But even just vocal talking, like, and we do that in one of our songs off our last album that I wrote in a band, not with Cesspool, my latest project. And we were stalling out in the creative process. We did whiteboarding, right? And you mentioned whiteboarding, like, so helpful in, putting pieces together. Yeah. And we had, like, just this dead zone that was going to be an instrumental. And my one bass player is from the bass player was from Lithuania. And he's like, well, he just started reciting Lithuanian poetry. And it totally fits because you've got this musical interlude and stuff. And
that's awesome.
It's cool to see that, like, and it's almost a genre bend, right? Of, well,
yeah.
But it makes it that much more interesting. And so this song, like, there's so much going on in there. There's, kind of I'm gonna say, like, colors. Like, there's a point where you're kind of red, right? You're like, but there's other parts where it's like Christmassy, just vibing. And the jingle, kind of the bells and the...
Yeah, I'm playing those bells on my keyboard.
It was fantastic, like, because it made it such an interesting song to hear. So really, really good stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot, just like the first track, like, there's a lot going on there.
We like, at least on the first time you hear our songs, we like to keep you guessing. We don't ever want you to know where our songs are going. And that's one of the things, like, I would say like 90% of our songs, where it starts is nowhere near it where it's going to end. Yeah, we just like to go kind of batshit. And we try to find a point in the song to go batshit. And that might be our genre, go batshit at some point.
It's interesting, but it makes the music interesting. I can't envision, like, we just heard 2 tracks, right, from you guys, and each one is so different from each other, but also different from each other within the same song. So very interesting. It reminded me. I'm not a licensed mental health professional, but it felt almost very like ADHD kind of ish of, oh, we're focused here, but you know what? We're going to jump. And it made very interesting music.
You may not be a therapist, but I do have a little bit of trouble focusing. And it does part of, so I was the band that I have adored my entire life is, Pink Floyd's in there too, but Ween is this band that, like, the first time I heard them, I was like, this was made for my brain. Because it was batshit bonkers. It was always like, maybe they weren't always the best recorded songs, or maybe they weren't the best at doing what they did, but they were so interesting and so unique and so constantly changing things up within songs, between songs. Like, everything, like, you never knew what you were going to get when you hit play. That is probably one of the biggest inspirations on me right there. That's why I do what I do. It's because awesome. I want to be that. I don't want to be Ween, but I want to be a band where it's like, if someone like me is listening to it, they're going to get that ride I got. Like, it got me through shit, it was like, it felt like my music, and people would be like, that shit's weird, or why do you listen to that crap? And I'm like, but that's my music. Like, that's that was the thing that made me feel like, yeah. And that's kind of, I don't know, it worked with my brain, that type of chaos. And see, the thing is, like, that's another reason I love Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd, Roger Waters, Pink Floyd, that shit's chaotic. Like when you listen to a Pink Floyd song, there is usually 2 to 3 songs within each song. And I love that. Like, I love the fact that it's just not one thing you're listening to in each song. That, even back then, there was someone, like, making shit that was for the ADD brain, even though no one believed it existed back then.
Yeah, you're embracing who you are as an artist. No, that's an interesting approach. And again, me comparing it to ADHD, I'm not saying you guys have it.
You're just not wrong.
But
You're just not wrong.
The vibe was there. And, no, it's interesting because it's, again, going back to the basic human psychology of, like, we're very complex beings, lots of different things going on. So hearing that represented in music is, it's a glimpse inside the mind of James, right? Of how you're thinking and approaching. Very interesting. Someone in the chat said, hey, we should play another Klizmic song called Wendigo. What do you think of that?
Cool. Yeah, no, I like that song. Could you play it from Bandcamp, because it's on our re-release and it sounds way better?
Bandcamp? Let me see what I can do here.
I can link it to you real quick. It is releasing on Spotify. It's just not out yet. It's like, I think it's gonna be out in like a day or two. But here, I can get you a link.
I'm searching for it too. Gloomy Friends,
released
The
it on
Curse of Wendigo? No.
No. It'd just be Klizmic Wendigo. I got you here. And there's 2 versions of it. I'll get you the right one. Here you go.
And I need to apologize. My cat jumped up on the front of the camera here, so there was a big poof of cat fur.
My cat comes on every stream.
There you go.
That's I love animals. That's that we haven't hit that part of the interview yet, but I think you had a question. Do you love animals? Yes. And then I think the follow up was, how many do you have? God awful amount. I think I have like 39. Oh God, I forgot. No, there's more. I have 8 turkeys, 29 chickens, and 14 ducks, and a cat.
That's a lot of pets.
Yeah, I love them. They're amazing.
They're fantastic. I love my cats. All right, so let me.
Oh, my cat's all right. I love Jive, my turkey.
Jive.
Yeah, Big Bald Ben said, and a Squawkzilla. Yeah, Squawkzilla's out there. Squawkzilla's fine. Actually, Squawkzilla is in the coop because none of them have come out because it's been so windy. They're all hanging out inside. They won't even come out. The ducks did. The ducks went and laid next to a giant board.
Quack. You're quacking me up. Let's fire up Wendigo. You ready? Here we go.
I'm rich now. I'm rich now.
Desiccated skin wrapped tightly round bone. Then you feel that chilly wind. Fuck, it's the Wendigo. Human suffering with eyes that glow. That's not your friend's voice. Fuck, it's the Wendigo. That's insatiable, fuck. It's a Wendigo. Natural cause now, he's a malevolent ghost. We never had a dream, fuck. It's the Wendigo. You call it greed and grinding, I call it success. I will eat all your family, then I'll eat the rest. You'll never catch me, I'm the fastest thing in the cold. And check out this stealth move, where the fuck did I go? Did you think you had a chance? Chance is the dream of the poor.
Hey, what's flat picking?
Flat picking. So who was playing the solos on that? Was that you?
That's me. Yeah.
Okay. So flat picking, you take a pick and you're playing with kind of the flat edge of it. It sounded very syncopated, like very, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, the tremolo pick.
Yeah.
That's called tremolo picking. That's what I was doing, yeah.
Yeah. I've heard the term flat picking, tremolo picking.
Flat picking. That's a good name for it.
Yeah, because you're using like the flat edge of the pick and you're... But it was good.
That's pretty much how I play. Yeah.
Do you plant when you pick?
I hold like this.
Okay, so you're more of
that's how I hold my pick.
I'm more of a
I don't hold
thumb picker.
I can't get it in the... Oh, there we go. Oh, no, there we go. I don't hold it. This finger is free, so I can do things.
Yeah, I plant my pinky, and then, then you can really, like, work it for syncopated stuff.
So basically, if you hold it like this, you can do... I can't do it looking at myself. Basically, if you hold it like this, you can do the devil horns while you play.
Very multifunctional.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was...
I'm a performer.
We are at our core performers. Yeah, that was great. I noticed also during that we had another follower, Ear Stalus, so thank you for that. And it looks like I hit my follower goal of 100 followers, so thank you for that.
Congratulations.
There was a little boom. I haven't been doing this long, so every little thing is a win for me.
Big Ball Ben said Fluffy Radish is a guitar virtuoso. So that's awesome. That's really cool that you're a guitar virtuoso. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I'll have to check you out.
either.
I love guitar playing. So yeah, that's
Big
awesome.
Bald Ben, thank you for that. I'm deeply touched, and I'm wearing a Big Bald Ben shirt today in honor of him. If you want me to stand up a little without tripping over my cable.
I mean, I don't want to say like. Wait, that looks like a Fallout shirt. That's a Big Bald Ben shirt?
It is a Fallout shirt, and Big Bald Ben and I were very much into Fallout. And when I was in his wedding, Big Bald Ben, on the shirt, you called me what on your... I was in the wedding, and he made shirts for all the people that were in the wedding party. And what was I, Cyborg? I think it was Cyborg, and that always reminded me of the shirt. So I'm thinking of Big Bald Ben today. So, anywho. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on there. So let's do this. Let's kind of jump over to one of your big projects called Indie Boom Shockwave, right? So Indie Boom Shockwave, and I'm just reading here, is the name of an online community dedicated to promoting and discovering independent or indie music and artists. It labels itself as, and I'm going to quote here, mental asylum of artists, cult of deranged creators, or something else entirely, ? End quote. So
Yeah.
How did Indie Boom Shockwave get started?
Well, I was doing that. It's funny. The story continues from I was telling you earlier about setting up for the robot saga and all that, and I pretended I was a robot, and then I came back to human, and no one gave a shit about this year of work I'd done making this whole thing in existence. Everybody was just still kind of ignoring me, and so I was like, I'm kind of fucking tired of doing art now, and I was just kind of rolling around like on Twitter. I hadn't been on Twitter much. Most of my stuff I had done had been on Threads and Facebook at this point in time, and mainly Facebook. And then so I had Twitter, but I would just repeat everything that I'd done on the other ones on Twitter. And so I was on Twitter, and I started seeing these people like Abstract and other people I didn't know at the time posting about these like online shows where they like people submit their music and they listen to it and all that, and they tell you whether it's good or not. And so an Abstract had one of these shows, and I went to this show, and they played my song, and I don't think they really liked it at all. I mean, they're like, oh, it's music, right? Abstract, you could tell in his face he didn't like it. But one of the people there is like, oh my God, you need to submit this to the Indie Music Hunt, Wizard Gunlot. You need to submit this to the Indie Music Hunt. And I was like, what is that? And that's when I discovered the Indie Music, which was only the host here in the crowd. This was his show. It was called the Indie Music Hunt. It was on 4 days a week. And people would submit songs, and they'd listen to them, and people just say what they liked about the songs. It was just a really positive environment, which was what I needed, because I was about done with it. Because nobody paid attention to anything. Like that's I was like, this sucks. And then you have this space where people are actually paying attention to each other and listening to each other's music and talking and being friends. It's like, this is insane. Whoa. I love it.
Community.
Yeah. I was like, how does this exist? And so I just started going to it all the time, so I made my songs, being happy about other people's songs. And I discovered these other communities, but this one was the one that I fucking loved. And I was like, they were going to do this big Bandcamp Friday thing, and they wanted to stream all day. And I thought streaming was the dumbest thing ever until I saw Indie Music Hunt. And then I was like, oh, I'd like to try a stream. I'll stream for a couple hours, this one time. And no, it became every week, and then multiple times a week really quickly.
So you do it Monday,
and
Tuesday, Wednesday, right?
I was inspired by only the host to do all that, though. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Well, Indie Boom Shockwave is now Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay.
I was doing Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I no longer do Mondays. Mondays are hosted by Beans and Keegan Clark.
Got it.
Yeah.
So
because so basically I was doing the show, and then it just became too much for me to do. but there were people going to it. I didn't want to stop them from being in it. And I'm always on with Beans and Keegan, and people love them. And I'm like, why don't we just keep it going? At least try it out, see what happens. And I think at first, there was an adjustment period, like, because like for so long we was the face of Indie Boom Shockwave, and like, but I think we're more than that at this point. I don't think and that's what I was trying to tell her. I think we evolved beyond my face, like, being this, like, this thing's big. These people, like, it doesn't, like, I am a spokesperson for Indie Boom Shockwave at this point. We are Indie Boom Shockwave. It's so many people. It like blows my fucking mind, seriously, that many people like want to do this shit, seriously. So on Mondays we started this thing, and I think it's working now. The other thing is, I don't do submission shows. I hate them. I don't like to not know the song that's playing. That was kind of what set my streams apart from other streams, was I was only playing music that I liked.
Okay.
And then Mondays became the submission thing. I don't like submission shows, and so the way around that, because you're gonna see in my face if I don't like your song. I can't lie to you. You're gonna know. Because I'm gonna be like doing something else. I'm not gonna be dancing because I can't dance to your stupid fucking song. And I just don't. And I don't want to hurt people's feelings or shit like that. That's not my goal. My goal is to highlight art I love. Mm-hmm. And so that's what Tuesdays and Wednesdays are. Mondays are a submission show with the other hosts of Indie Boom Shockwave.
Interesting. So, where do you find all these indie artists? Like, do you research them yourself? Do they come to you? Like, how does it work?
When I first started, I spent all my time. So I told you before, I love training, practicing, scouting, all that. Like mm-hmm. When I started going to every single online music show that I could find. I would go to them all. Okay. Independent music. And I would watch them, and I would be scouting for music, talking to people, and I was looking for, and see, there was tons of good music out there. There's tons, but I wasn't looking for, that is not, I mean, I'm looking for good music, but I wasn't looking for, like, hey, I was looking for people that were obviously unique and, emotional, and I would pull their music. I'd be like, hey, can I play your music? And they'd be like, yeah, and then mm-hmm. some of them would go to the show. Some of them wouldn't. Some would continue to go to the show. Some of them would be like, this is fucking stupid, and I'm going to leave. Because, yeah, the other thing is we are we blend, we are an art show. We blend reality with some improv. Like, we're not, we have a lot of fictitious shit happening. Mm-hmm. And constantly. And that's another thing about this project that makes it so cool. That's about all the artists involved. There are things like we have these cyan blocks, we have like Squawkzilla, we have, well, let's start with those. We have these things that I am not part of. Like, I have no idea. I have no idea who's created them. I have no idea who's controlling them even now. Some of those, like one of those things is like over a year old. Like, I have no idea, but there are these characters that interact with our shows often that I'm not part of. And it's insane, but that's the whole thing. We're, like I said, we're deranged artists, one of these artists is doing that. That's all I know, but I don't know who's doing it. I always have my suspicions, and a lot of times I turn out wrong. And they're, Scum Bum's another one. I don't know if that guy's real or not, but keeps making fucking music. It's so weird. And then we have things like Grandpa. I know who that is, but there's this reoccurring character called Grandpa that's insane. This old rapper man. It's freaking crazy. It's it's an insane thing. See, Cyan Block is here. The Cyan Block is here. I mentioned him, and he's here.
Thanks, Cyan Block, for following us. Appreciate that.
That's the crazy shit I'm talking about. I mentioned him, and now he's here.
You summoned him. It was kind of like a Harry Potter thing,
Yeah, seeing Big Ball Ben's like, Cyan Block, what the fuck? Yeah, I know, right? The Cyan Block we used to, back one of our older sets on the show, we had a Cyan Block is where we put our album art. Mm-hmm. I forget the album art all the time. So the Cyan Block apparently gains sentience from that.
Interesting.
I don't get it. I don't understand it, but I don't care because it's funny. Yeah, see, there's a Cyan Block. I don't know, but I don't mind.
Yeah, that's part of community, right? Things
Yeah.
just happen organically, which that's amazing to see. I imagine for you it must be very heartening to see something like before. So how do I form this into a question? Like, how did you go from you just like indie music, you're listening to it, taking that to what it's become now on indie, on the stream and whatnot? Like, how did that happen? Like, it became an organic thing. It took off. Like, how?
Magic.
Magic?
Yeah, fucking magic, dude. I have no
Harry
idea.
Potter
It's
magic.
the people it's the people involved. Like I never at any point, like even the first stream, I was never alone. Like even the first stream, I had like Hosty and Doc Griffin. I had these people there. Like they were just there helping me, helping me, part of it, being part of the game. Big Ball Ben. Like they're always there, and that just made it like. I mean, it's the people involved. I mean, we started as a few artists. Like it was never me by myself. I may have been by myself on the screen, but I was never by myself. We just built this thing, and as artists caught on to what is going on, other artists said, "Oh, I'm getting in on that." It was all organic.
That's
it was all
awesome.
organic, and I don't know. It's not something I ever imagined. It's something I wanted, but not something I ever met. And we actually are firm believers that only the host, that all of this takes place in his mind. So I think we can just really, even you. Yeah. So, yeah.
Going back to the sci-fi theme here, right? The AI is backfeeding into the Matrix, and you're just
So I feel
plugged in.
as long as we stay entertaining, he'll keep imagining us. And that's what I hope.
Yeah. Entertainment, it sells. Maybe I shouldn't.
No, to answer your question, I have no idea.
But it's
It
got to
just
be
happens.
gratifying, right? I mean, seeing how this thing is taken off.
It's fun. I love the people in it. I'm not someone that looks at numbers and shit. So when I find out that things are happening because the people around me are just like, holy shit, did you know there were this many people there? And I'm like, oh, wow. I felt like I was talking to the same 10 people I always talk to. Well, guess what? That's because of the cast. The people in the chat that are chatting all the time are part of what we do. Like, they are part of this show. If you're watching it from the outside, you're not just watching it for the stupid shit me or Beans or Keegan or Stella or, Dr. Van, any of the shit we're going to say. Chat is also saying stupid shit constantly. And I read it because I'm that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're a part of something. Like, you're a part of something bigger than yourself at that point. Like, the community takes on its own, almost a persona. Like, it's growing, changing, and evolving in real time sometimes.
Yeah, it's awesome. Indie Boom Shockwave is the coolest project that I've ever been part of. So
That's awesome.
I'm super stoked. I'm super stoked to be part of this thing.
So you said earlier, like, kind of Tuesday and Wednesday, if I heard correctly, you play music you like. Like, as you're listening to something, what is your own personal green flag for a song where you're like, oh yeah, versus and skipping?
Me. It just has to move me.
Has to move you.
That's all. Yeah, one requirement. And I'm not necessarily hard to move. That's the other thing. Like, I can get into the emotion of the song. Like, I like, people like to use words like empathic and shit like that. But basically, if a song has real emotion in it, it's gonna fucking draw me in. Mm-hmm. Like, if it sounds like you phoned it in to me, I'm gonna feel it. That's the emotion I'm gonna feel. Yeah. And so basically, when I'm looking for a song, I'm looking for legitimate passion. I think that's another reason why this community took off, is because the artists that I am pulling in are obviously passionate. Passionate revolves to crazy. And like, they're perfect. They're passionate people. That is the thing that draws me in those about any music or any art form for that matter. If you can feel the passion that is in it, it doesn't have to be screaming. It doesn't have to be like, it can be soft. Passion is everywhere. Like, passion is something that, like, if you're passionate about it, you can feel it, you know. And it like that, I can't stand celebrity bands for this very reason. Like I can't stand mainstream music because they obviously phone it in after the first or second album that they get, you know, out there, you know. It becomes phoning it in. And there's no emotion in it. And I call it all out as fake, you know. And you can see it because when they're like, "Oh, I'm writing this song about how I'm just like you, but then I'm gonna fucking sue you because you're downloading my music and I'm a billionaire and I need all of my money." Like that doesn't make any fucking sense to me. I'm still mad about Napster, but
there was a great clip on South Park about that. I don't know if you remember that one, if you ever watched South Park. And it was the kids were pirating music, and like a lawyer came in and is like, "Okay." I wish I could play the clip without getting sued, but
right.
You know, he goes. The lawyer takes them and says, "Oh, well, this is Jay-Z's house, and look how sad their son is because for his birthday, he's only getting the small yacht, not the big yacht,
right.
And all of this.
Right.
I mean, it's worth a Google. It's fantastic stuff. Yeah, I mean."
I'm pretty anti-celebrity. That's something else that is it's common that you'll hear out of me that is real.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in celebrity. Like I will talk, if I meet one, I will talk to them like they're a normal person. I don't fucking care about them. I may like their art, but that doesn't, they still have to fly with me. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
If we meet in person and they act like a douchey musician, then they're nothing to me. I don't like them anymore. Yeah. And I hate celebrity a lot.
Interesting.
Yeah, and that's another reason I'm so into the indie music. I get to know all these people, you know? Like, we have conversations, and we know about each other's lives, you know? And they're as talented, if not more talented, than mainstream music. That's the other great, like, the barrier for entry is gone these days. Mm-hmm. Everybody can sound professional now. Right. Everybody has the tools at their ability to cheaply sound professional. And I mean, I know, like, my equipment, like, you know, like I use like a Focusrite Scarlett 2. That thing doesn't cost that much. I hear people talking shit on it, but my music sounds fine. So I don't know what people's problems are, you know? Like, and that's $150, right? $160. Come on, that's nothing. I remember I'm paying like $800 for an interface, you know, and that was just the interface. I still had to pay for a god awful amount for, you know, well, we tried Pro Tools way back in the day. Once I went back to FL Studio, I'll never go to anything else because I paid one time. But anyway, yeah, the barrier for entry is so small now that like, there's no reason to listen to mainstream music. There's no reason to listen to the music that's promoted to you. You should only listen to. I am a firm believer you should only listen to the music that moves you emotionally, but start looking for artists that you can talk to. Like it's insane how much better the emotional connection to the music gets when you can talk to the person.
It's almost like you're stepping into their shoes, using the old, you know, idiom of walking a mile in people's shoes.
Like I remember sitting there listening to bands when I was a kid and going, man, I wish I could ask them what they were thinking when they said this line. And I never got that chance. I could never get that chance. I sent them an email, I never get a response. But I can listen to a Big Ball Band song and say, what did you mean by this? And he can tell me right away. And then I'm like, oh my God, that's beautiful, dude. Wow. You know, like that's, I just think it's so much better of an experience, you know, for listeners if they can actually connect with the humans that they're listening to.
Yeah. And that almost seems like an extent, like music is such a powerful medium. I've always envisioned it as, and this may be a little woo-woo, but like your inner self is almost connecting with others through your music, right? And that for me is the most powerful music, is where you can, like, it moves you. You get the goosebumps, the ASMR kind of stuff, right?
Absolutely. Like, yes.
Yeah, connection is
and
key.
I'm a fucking crier. So like, man, put a sad song on to. I love this artist, Forest Blue, but half his songs make me cry. But I still listen to him all the time. But I'm like,
it's good to cry.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I love it though. I love feeling his music. Yeah.
Yeah. It's encouraging, and like there's so we could go in so many different directions on this, like sociologically, like culturally, men are taught not to be emotional, and yet people gravitate to emotional music. written, by men or women. So it's, people want that connection, but our culture, our society seems to be so hell-bent against, men displaying emotion or being moved, to cry about something.
Right.
That connection, it
I'm
transcends
emotional as
all that.
I'm emotional as fuck, even on stream. So I don't really hide
We salute you.
I don't hide much at all. Hosty said I'm a spirit animal. Well, I'm just a human, so your spirit animal is a human, and I feel like that when we're choosing spirit animals, we choose something cool, like a fucking shark or a cobra or a dinosaur.
Cobra Kai.
Well, I was Cobra Shark, and those were my spirit animals.
Wow. Wow. I mean, there's
John.
so much...
Oh, we love John Cena. I do have to make. I'm sorry. I know this is your show. I'm so bad at this. Hosty said we love John Cena, though, and that is true. We do love John Cena, but we're gonna get him on the show someday. We're getting him.
Life goals.
We are getting him. He made the mistake of following me, which means he likes me.
There you
and
go.
We're gonna get him on the show. So
Life
anyway,
goals. You have them.
Yep.
Is he the dude that...
We're on day 20. We're on day 20.
Yeah.
I have a firm belief that he's been at every episode. We just can't see him.
You know what?
But
would he be in there as John Cena? Probably not. So for all you know, only the host is actually John Cena. Just saying. Well,
if you go back to tie back to only the host is imagining all of this, he is in fact John Cena because he's imagining it. Mm-hmm. It's all in his head.
Yeah. It's like Chuck Norris jokes. They write themselves at that point,
So, Hosty, you said he's the Cyan Block, really, and I truthfully have been trying to figure out who the freaking Cyan Block is for so freaking long. It might actually be him.
It's John Cena, Cyan Block. It may work. It may work. So, have there been any success stories where you've played someone's indie music on your show and it's helped them or changed their career trajectory? Is that kind of the antithesis of what you're going for?
I would think that the only help I would say no. I would say the only help we truly offer is probably inspiration and motivation. I think when you see that someone actually likes what you're doing, all of us want to just truthfully say we're that artist that we create it and then I put it out there and I'm good. But the truth is you do want to see someone celebrate it. That makes you feel good. And so the idea, I'm playing songs that I love, that is for the people. That is not only for the listeners to listen and for us to enjoy a song together, but that's also for that artist. They're like, this person loves my music. Oh, look at these people love my music. Inspiration for yet another piece of art. Yeah. I think that's all we truthfully have to offer is inspiration.
But that's such a powerful thing, right? I mean, just recognizing the connection someone has created through their musical medium. You know what? That could be the push, the stepping block for a musician to just, keep going and writing more good stuff. So it can't be understated how important that is, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. The other thing is that we're all artists, and I think we're all multi-art. We all of us are rooted in music, obviously, because that's what we come and share with each other. But I think all of us do multiple kinds of art, and this gives us this community gives us a chance to do things. We come up with skits or draw pictures, or it creates this place where we can just do all these different forms of art, and we have a reason, we have a reason. We're doing it for this thing, for this performance that we're putting on every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then we create these things, and it goes into other days of the week because we work on stuff the other days of the week, but it's this huge performance art piece. I think it might have started as a music show, but it is a huge performance art piece at this point. you don't know why you're there. Like, people describe it as so many things. I have some people like, oh, it's like a Howard Stern. And I'm like, maybe a little, or it's like this, or it's like that. But it's not. It is a giant art project full of a bunch of artists who we're performing. You know, we're not performing on stage anymore. This is our new stage.
Yeah.
And it's multiple levels, multiple talents. It's beautiful. Hosey says I ask myself what we are doing every day, and I don't.
Man, that's beautiful stuff.
I get up every day and go, what is? So I live in Alaska, so a lot of the stuff starts before I wake up, right? So every day I get up and I go, I wonder what has happened at Indie Boom, because there's like for the next 12 days, every time I get up, there's going to be a new Old Man Bungalow video, which is the 12 Days of Bungalow. It's this Christmas thing. It's amazing. But, every day but there's going to be something. Something is going to be happening here. And it's that just I'm excited to wake up, like what's going to be in the what's going to be in the Discord, what's going to be on Twitter, what's going to happen, and that not just with us though, but like my friends that are musicians are constantly dropping music. So I'm like, when I wake up and oh my God, Uggy just dropped something. Oh crap, Uggy, Forrest, Blue, Clever, damn, did an album together. Oh my God, every day I wake up, it's something new and exciting. That's awesome. And it's because of this thing we have built.
That is awesome. I mean, what could be better, right? As a musician, as an indie, as an independent artist, really. I mean, what could be better than that? I mean, that's inspirational.
We found purpose. Mm-hmm. At least for now. At least for now.
And you have John Cena, so
Yeah. We'll have to see.
So here's a question I kind of have to ask. Like, I got to word this right. How do you balance being honest about a track without crushing the artist who took a risk sending it to you? Like, do you have any rules? Like, it can only be positive?
By not being in that position. So the only people I allow to send to, so I will allow people to send me music to play while I'm streaming, but they're proven. Like, there are only, like, some people will be like, they'll send me a song and I'll listen to this later. I'll just honestly, I'll be like, hey, I'll listen to that track you sent later. But then one musician I love, Doc Did It. He's a rapper. Like, 100 songs, dude has not made a bad song. Like, they're all amazing. I love them. I listen to them all. I think they're great. He's like, hey, I got a track. Exclusive. Exclusive is what I like to say because it drives Beans insane. That's his face that just got emoted. Anyway, he'll send me a track. I will play it unheard because I know it's going to be good. He's not going to send me something that's not good. And so that's, for my show, I'm not going to play something that I'm not sure is going to be good.
Okay. So then it's really a non-issue.
And I know the people,
there.
and I know that Big Bald Ben sends me a track, I'm going to play it because I know for a fact it's going to be good. He wouldn't make shit and put it under his name. So, yeah.
So in essence, it's a non-issue because you're already invested in the stuff you're playing.
I don't have to deal with it. But let's just say it does happen. I do, and I used to do some submission shows. If it does happen, I don't like the song, I will look for the positive. I will say it's not my thing. I don't have a problem with that. It's not my type of music. And I will say, hey, this is cool, or this is cool, whatever, but I can't glaze them. Sorry, you're not moving me. There are some people, there are some songs, there are some people where I know I'm not gonna like the song, and they'll send it to me and I'll play it, but that's just kind of the relationship. There's this type of music that I just cannot get behind called Gribblesnift. And, I say I can't get behind it, but I play it every time. Because I can't explain it. I'm like, I don't know what this shit is, and I'm trying to, but I will play. There are certain things I will play that I think are not, that I don't think are good. But it's for the fun between the interactions between the creator and myself. He's aware of what he's doing as well when he sends it to me.
And if you have a relationship with that person, I mean, it's, you can navigate.
He knows I don't like it. That's the big part of it. That's part of why he knows I don't like it. So it's but there are people that do, and I don't. And I honestly, there are people in our chat that do like it, and I don't believe they do. But that's fine.
Seems like
I don't know how much of it is a game. I don't know if this shit's real. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how much of this is a game.
What is real?
Yeah. I don't know how much of it has been made up. But every time they play this stuff for me, I'm like, what is this? I mean, I listen to it because I'm like genuinely baffled as well. I'm like, what is this? What is this?
Maybe this time will be the change for it. Yeah, that's
So there is. It's like I said, it's case by case.
yeah. And there's an existential question there, and I'm just going to stay away from it. Of what is real anyway.
None of this.
My wife did a study at Johns Hopkins University, and it involved taking psilocybin. And
Oh, fun.
yeah, I mean, it was an interesting medical study they're using, to treat different things. And, driving home the first dose, and she was just laughing and like, dude, none of this is real. Like, this is all just, I don't want to get into like the whole Matrix thing and, all multiverse theory and stuff, but it was just like, all of this is just entertainment. None of it's real. And like,
I did a lot of medical studies back in my day, so that's probably how I got here.
there you go. But the
All
question
kinds of
is,
medical studies.
if I'm not real, this isn't even a live stream, right? This is just, I'm an NPC, and who's
And Hostie's mine.
okay? So
No,
you
but
know,
it's awesome. But we get to be awesome. So thank you, Hostie. I don't know shit.
it's like if Lawnmower was a song.
Is that Gribble Sniffed? God, I hope they don't think that I hate them. I freaking at the same time I would never want to discount what they're doing. It's still I get entertaining out of it. So yeah.
And that might be their goal, is to entertain, right? I mean,
Yeah.
there's the old saying, there's someone for everyone, and musically
Yeah.
it probably applies too. So let's talk about like ethical and legal stuff. Like,
Okay.
you play a lot of music online on your stream and whatnot, and we'll cover this later. Like, you'll pitch, but like you're on like every platform that exists. It seems like Twitch and YouTube and ... Like, how do you navigate all the legal stuff, like the copyright, the bots, takedowns, all of that stuff?
Well, all the music's indie, so it's the worst that happens is it gets muted. Large sections of our shows get muted. Okay. We push that we are a live show. Yeah, you can watch a replay, but there's going to be the chance it's going to get muted. Mm-hmm. It's not muted in the live streams. Right. So it's like we push that you need to see it live. That's really the only If you don't see it live, you're going to miss out. And I don't record them. So there is a database of them on YouTube because I multi-stream to YouTube, but they're muted. So
yeah, I got muted for playing, like when I interviewed Big Bald Ben a few weeks back. I guess one of John McClane. I always say John McCain.
John McClane will get you muted.
Yeah, I mean, I played it live. And
John McCain.
Yeah, John McCain, man, he rocks. But it got muted, and I'm like, that happened to me, and like it's freaking Ben's music. Like,
yeah,
Ben's
John McClane
on
gets
here.
muted. BBB.
Yeah.
Big Bald Ben. John McClane will get you muted. No.
So have you ever had to pull anything back, like due to DMCA, like licensing and stuff? Have you ever been in that?
I have one strike and one pullback.
Okay.
The strike, I was interviewing Man. He's one of my favorite artists of all time, but he's also, he's independent now, but he wasn't. And during the interview, we were playing he wanted me to watch this video, but it was a video from when he was on a label. And he said, he's like, maybe you shouldn't play it. And I'm like, no, let's watch it, because he cries in it and I wanted to see it. Yeah. And he said it was real crying because that's his life. Anyway, so we watched it anyway because I don't give a shit. And then I got the strike, and then I responded to it. Well, if you look at the video, the man that I'm interviewing is the one singing the song. And it came back and said, rejected. I'm like,
dun, dun, dun.
Okay,
so did
well, fuck
stormtroopers
you,
like kick your door in or anything, or you just? backed off?
Nope, they just took that down. But that's one of the only ones I've downloaded it because it's one of my favorite artists of all time, and I got to interview him, so I actually downloaded that one. But they just took it down, and I got a strike, and I can get 2 more before they shut down my YouTube.
There you go.
And then I almost got another strike because I showed professional hand holding from YouTube. So basically, I was trying to find this tag sport to show people. I couldn't remember what it was called, but it's played like in India and stuff, and they play like it's aggressive full contact tag. And I'm like, it looks so much fun.
Wow. And
then I found a version of it. It's professional, so this is why I got in trouble. I found it, and I showed like maybe 15, 20 seconds of it, of them, and we called it professional hand holding because they were all holding hands.
Okay.
And they're, instead of playing, I don't know why, it looked more like some children's game where they all have to hold hands and play tag. I don't know, it was really weird. But I showed very short amount of time, and they said, you have to remove this section from your video or we'll take it down. And I was like, okay. I removed it because I'm like, I don't care because it was a stupid waste of time anyway. It looked dumb as shit.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, you're not gonna, I do a lot of advocacy work for abuse in religious environments, and they come after you with lawyers out the wazoo and stuff, and I'm to the point now where I'm like, you know what, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. Similar, right? Like Big Bald Ben tried to have me sued for playing John McCain on the stream, and I'm like, well,
sounds like him.
He's a scary guy.
The song's called John McClane, right? You keep saying John McCain.
I know. I'm doing that to mess with Big Bald Ben.
No, I'm all for messing with Big Bald Ben. I was just being sure because I love that song.
Yeah, it's a good song. And the video.
I wish it was by someone else so I could talk about it more. But
that's right. Show Ben the money. What he did with that was fantastic, especially the green screen work and stuff. I
love that video.
Totally
I
worth
love that
all the
video
money.
too.
So if you were made king of the universe, music czar for a day, what one thing would you change that would help independent artists? What you're king over all of it. What
I'm the king of all of it. Oh shit! Fire the entire industry, all the producers, all the distributors, all the record makers, all the executives, all the artists. Just fire them all.
Fire them all. Wild West.
And don't rebuild.
Literally Wild West then.
Yeah.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah, also I would make it illegal to have music be algorithmic. I'd make it so you have to go look for it.
Interesting. Elaborate on that. I'm intrigued by that.
You have to go look for music. You can't. So if you were on Spotify, there'd be no recommendations. There would be no. I would take away all recommendation services and all that crap. You got to go find it. I'd make you force you to do it like when we used to. We have to go get tapes and shit. I mean, we still were advertised too, but you got to search for it. I am very anti-algorithm at this point. I think it's just yet another thing that prohibits us from being heard. I think it's intentional. I believe that it's intentional. It's all money-based and none of us have any.
Well, someone has it, but it's not us, right? I mean, and this is going in a totally unplanned direction.
Well,
the producers
0.00036% of humans owns most of the wealth. They like to say the 1%. It's 0.00036% own a majority of the wealth. It's a very small number. It's almost the same amount as we get paid per stream on Spotify.
Well, that's kind of where I was going with this, right? I mean, I have several albums on Spotify. Is Cesspool on Spotify? I'm gonna have to go look. But
did you say that just a search bar? No, I mean, yeah, just a search bar. I think that we have to we legitimately need to find a way to make music discovery a real thing again. Because right now, all it is you discover the same 20 to 30 bands over and over again because they're the ones that have the money.
Yeah.
Like, I told you, I'm anti-celebrity, and part of the reason is I think they make shit music. And then you got dipshits like Timbaland signing an AI artist. Fuck that. I hate these people. We need to slap them.
But the music industry, I mean, it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? Like, the music industry I don't want to say produces. They distribute, they put the music out so you can actually find it. But then that's almost a stranglehold.
They put it out of the same, but they put it out of all the same bands that I don't care about anymore. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's not. This hasn't changed my whole life. You know, it's been the same music industry my whole life. It's just now there are more people that can make good music, and it's still the same gatekeepers. It's the same people. Yeah. It's old white dudes gatekeeping music like they have been for 50 years, and it's just not worth it.
Yeah, well, that's just it. Do you ever see that changing?
Yeah, if you said I could be the music star, yeah.
There you go. Answered the question.
Or actually, I do see it changing. I think that industry is not going to exist soon. I think the AI is going to make that go away. No one's going to want to buy a Taylor Swift fucking album when they can just create their own Taylor Swift album in 20 seconds and personalize it to them. That's insane. That's insane.
There's a lot to that.
Seriously, think about that. Why would you go listen to someone else when you can say, I want a Taylor Swift-like song about me? You know, like, it's going to be personal. You're going to have personalized songs from these people. You don't need them. Yeah. I think that industry is going to die because there's going to be... I think that's why they're embracing AI, because they know the other side's gone.
Yeah, and maybe it'll migrate to more of a performative art where you want to go to a Taylor Swift concert to see her, you know, dance and sing and stuff, if she's even singing. But it's an interesting concept. Well, with auto-tune, and I mean, how many gigs have you gone to, and you know they're just playing along with a cassette tape, you know, a CD and stuff. That's
most of the bands I've always loved wouldn't do shit like that.
Yeah.
Or probably couldn't afford it.
But going back to the music industry, like, that's almost a common thing now, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can hear the auto-tune and it just makes you wince.
Yeah.
I love the sound of the human voice. I love the flaws and imperfections in a human voice. I think they're amazing. Like, even an amazing singer, when you hear a little bit of imperfection or flaw, it's amazing. It's like a signature. It's awesome. I hate when they try to kill everything that's human, and they've been trying to do it forever. I mean, auto-tune's been around forever.
Yeah,
pitch correction's been around forever.
But you don't hear it that much. Not the auto-tune, but like the vocal mistakes. Like, I love Damien Rice. I don't know if you know his stuff, but like on one of his albums, I think it's like there's stuff in there where it's raw, it's rough, it's gritty. He screws up and stuff and leaves it in, and to me that's like, oh my God, it's real music. Like, it's real. And like,
yeah, if it doesn't stop the flow of the song, is it actually a mistake? Like, seriously, if it feels like it belongs in the song, that's you know, like, that's I'm a big fan of that stuff. Like, I don't think things need to sound like shit, you know, but I just like to hear something that makes me know that they're people. Especially, and I'm gonna become worse about that with AI music being a thing. Like, I'm gonna be looking for human elements in everything.
I found it refreshing. And, you know, it's a great album. His album, O, is just start to finish a fantastic work. But, you know, I call it raw just because of those kind of things. And it makes it all the more endearing to me. And you touch on something interesting, and I'm going to just formally invite you. Like, last week I did a stream on AI, or more specifically generative AI for content creators. Next week, and well, last week, and the theme was like, what can I do as a content creator? Like, what's out there? Next week is going to be a follow-up on the topic, and it's going to be like, what should I be doing? Getting into more of the ethics of it. So I'm going to have some different people on next week, trying to get an assortment of artists, musicians, authors, other content providers, just to talk about some of the aspects. I mean, I would, and I know I'm putting you on the spot, like, think about it. Like, you don't have to pinky promise
I'm pretty sure
now,
I can
but
stop by.
yeah,
I'm
if
pretty
you're
sure I can stop
interested
by.
in sitting in on
I
the
don't know.
panel.
I hate to derail you here, but the one thing I do on Sundays is currently 6 and 8 and eliminated from the playoffs. So
Is that
I have
a
some
touchy subject for you?
I have some availability on Sunday, and my quarterback's out for the season, so it wouldn't even be worth watching the fucking games anyway.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, I would be honored if you were willing to sit in and just participate. Again, I want to tackle the, like, what should we be doing, like the kind of the ethics thing, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're interested, I formally invite you, and if you can make it, cool. If not,
Rad.
that's cool too, right? Like, I'm not gonna.
Like I said, I probably can make it.
Awesome. Well, let me do this. I just jumped to my commercial for next week, and now I can't get back. I love OBS, but honestly, there are times where I'm like, how do I get back from where I just was? So thanks for that little sidebar.
Yeah.
Well, like, this has been a great talk, James. Like, I really appreciate you taking the time to come on the show. I've learned a lot about you as well as about the indie industry and your peanut gallery, what I'll call peanut gallery, like the cast of characters that have stopped in have been absolutely fantastic. I appreciate that. How can people check you out? How can they hear your stuff?
Klizmet is, you know what? Follow me at, I think it's Klizmic Band, all one word, on just about every social media. Or James Allan Stellar if you're like a boomer or X and you're on Facebook. It's just James Allan Stellar if you're one of them on Facebook. But you pretty much can find, like, I think you could probably Google James Allan Stellar Klizmic. I think I'm the only James Allan Stellar Klizmic there is. Not the only Klizmic, because 2 Klizmics have formed since my Klizmic. And yeah, and that's fine. I don't give a shit.
You're
One's
a trendsetter.
One's in the UK, makes electronic music, and the other is a metal band, weirdly, a metal duo from Kansas. And we were a duo originally from Missouri, so that's really weird. But Kansas City, Missouri. He's still in Kansas City, Missouri. I'm in Alaska now. But
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Icy up there?
No. So this is the weird thing. We've been having some really weird weather. We've had maybe an inch of snow. We're in December 14th. I bought a new snowblower this year. I've not got to use it once.
Wow. Isn't that kind
weird.
of the rule, though? If you get a snowblower, it'll just stop snowing?
That is the rule, but also so it rained a lot. So that means we're in an El Nino weather pattern. That means it's going to come. It's just going to come all at once.
Oh, that's true. So you're 1 inch spread out over 30 days versus, the sky falling.
Yeah, it's coming. And we've been dealing with it's this rare wind that hasn't happened since 1979. It's called the Bora wind. And we've had last weekend for 3 days, 80-mile-per-hour winds. Oh, wow. Which, it's hurricane force.
Right.
So we didn't have power. And they've started up again today. So I'm super excited this rare wind is happening again for the second time in a week.
That's fantastic. But we made it through the whole stream without your power going out. So that's.
Oh yeah, I've been listening to it. I've been a little worried, but I'm like, we're doing great. I had a great time, man. This was a lot of fun.
I appreciate it. And what about Indie Boom Shockwave? How do people find that?
We are. I'm pretty sure you can put Indie Boom Shockwave into any search bar now, and only one will come up.
So you got the market. I
think not only is the name unique enough, I think that we have enough social media presence at this point. It's because of all the people involved. Once again, when you have, when you have anywhere from 20 to 50 freaking people out there saying stupid shit about this thing, but they include the words Indie Boom Shockwave in the things they're saying, it just kind of makes it a thing. So but we are Indie Boom Shockwave on Twitch, Indie Boom Shockwave, the full name, all one word, Indie Boom Shockwave on Twitch, Indie Boom Shockwave on YouTube. I mean, that's where you can. That's the easiest place to see us. You can follow us at Indie Boom Shock on Twitter, or follow Clismic Band on Twitter. Either one will get you there.
Got it. Well, I appreciate it. It's been a good talk, and again, the offer stands. So stick around. We'll talk a little offline, but
Okay.
I'm gonna give my final shout outs again. Fluffy Radish is a proud member of the FDM team of streamers. Fortnite for Dads and Moms. If you're into gaming, like a good community, I recommend FDM. Snapper Nickel streams every Monday and Friday starting at 8 p.m., so check him out. Also, shout out to Appalachian Brewing Company. Absolutely fantastic stuff. It's still burning my mouth. Ginger beer was tonight's drink, so a shout out to Appalachian Brewing Company. And what else? I think that's it in terms of all the stuff. We do have, as I mentioned, next week, so let me just show next week. So next week will be a continuation of the chat on AI. And again, James, if you're free and want to join, I appreciate having you there. And any of your gang that wants to show up. Like, AI, I think, is probably the single most important topic facing us right now in terms of being a content creator. You work in IT, I work in IT, right? I'm going to assume you've seen quite a bit of AI use popping up at work.
Oh yeah, I use it all the time for work.
Yeah, same here. And I work in cybersecurity, but whatever niche of IT you work in, like, AI is really changing our world and our landscape in every conceivable corner of it. So
it does make my job way easier and free me up a lot more time to do art shit. I will say that.
That's awesome, and that's a good thing, right? I mean.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I can't be anti-AI with stuff like that. That's where I run into problems. It's like this. Yeah, it's going to put me out of business, but right now it's also making my life considerably easier.
Yeah. And someone's got to run the AI. Someone has to program it. Someone has to, like,
I'm not that smart.
Nor am I, right?
Yeah. Well, when this bubble pops, I'm done. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna be a farmer or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know yet. Oh wait, no, that's not good either.
John Cena.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You can't see James Allan Stellar because AI made him vanish. Yeah, so next week, continuation. So hopefully I'll see everyone there. And I want to thank everyone for the stream, for showing up, and especially James. Like, thank you so much for showing up. It's been a privilege.
Yeah, man.
I will be more than ecstatic to share some of Cesspool's music with you. I'm sure you're going to get that from Ben. But no, I appreciate it. It's good talk. And I hope you have a good week coming forward. It is Sunday. And
yeah, you as well, my friend.
We'll catch up. So stick around. I'm going to close out the stream, but then we'll catch up after, okay?
Okay.
Thanks, James. So let's get this thing going. Thank you to everyone for joining. Thanks to everyone that subscribed. I did hit my 100 viewer goal, so that's exciting. So again, thank you and good night.